everybody. I am Dr. Mrs. Vinita Bindu Philip. Welcome to my new channel, that is Love Cooking, which is the first episode this is. So in this channel I wanted to exhibit or present some of the dishes, different type of dishes which you cook it in a very easy way at home without much of expenses. So the reason why I'm starting this episode is during this lockdown period we tend to miss a lot of different type of dishes, but whatever we have at home or whatever is available nearby within our reach without going out, we try to make different type of dishes. And as in my family, actually my husband is a businessman, and in my profession and also I'm a businesswoman. In the small time, like in a limited time, we try to do our best in preparing the food of different dishes. Usually we have a lot of people coming home, and usually our tendency is like, without giving them tea or coffee or some snacks, or it will be a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner, we will not let them go. We will ask their choice first, and then we will make accordingly. And also they don't like certain things, like some vegetables they might it might not suit them, or some like without sugar tea or without sugar coffee. So like that we just ask them and then we make, and we feel it very nice way to express our gratitude. Then when we give them something of a little bit of what we have, so that our fellowship is maintained, our friendship is maintained, and also it gives a great happiness to us when we serve people. So in spite of all our busy schedules, we see that we take out extra time, like time management. We have to do a lot of time management, so that we have good fellowship, so we have a good fruitful dinner or lunch or whatever way we can sit together and spend some time. But since it is a lockdown, we are missing every one of them, and so I started this episode so that what all I cook in whatever way I can, in an easy way with not much of expense, and which is very easy to do, and also it's delicious. Because the meaning of love cooking is when you make any item, any dish, whether it is a simple one or it is a little bit of, if it is a non-veg or veg or even small snack, if you do it out of love, it gives, that dish automatically becomes a blessing, and it is more healthier, and it is more a nutritious food. So because we do it with all our heart, to do all this busy schedule, we have to handle our time management at the same time with lovingly with all the different ingredients and mixing it up and different types, a simple way, not too much of fusion food, but in a very original way and a very simple way to make the dishes more tastier. And when you make it out of love with all your heart, there's nothing more than it. It's one in a million. So I hope these episodes will encourage each one of you to make your own different dishes, and to serve your family members and to serve your loved ones. So I thank you all for joining and encouraging me during these episodes. And also I would like to request you all to please the episodes, comment on this for my betterment, and also subscribe and share it, so that the following episodes I will do it much better. And I hope these episodes will encourage each one of you, and we will be a blessing to so many others, so that you also will be a blessing to others. Because when we come into this world, or when you're born on this earth for a purpose, or God has got us for a purpose, and everybody has got certain talents, so we have to just acknowledge it, go ahead in it. There might be some success also, like some Some might say negative part, some might say positive part, but don't get discouraged. You keep on doing your best, because the more you try for betterment, you will succeed. So you keep on trying. So sometimes what happens, some dishes might not come out so good, but think over it and you can do it much better in a positive attitude, and surely that dish will be the best. Because when you do it out of love, when you do it out of love, a simple word called love, it creates, and it is a miracle, and it is a blessing. So uphold me and encourage me in your like sharing and subscription, and also liking and commenting, so that I'll do better episodes. And so this is the way I wanted to express my episode of love cooking. And we are starting this week. I'm going to make a non-veg dish which is called biryani, which I'm going to make out of chicken. So immediately after this you will get the video of chicken biryani. Thank you once again. One of the very important and very tasty chicken biryani. So in this process I will be showing step by step how to make a very easy method to make chicken biryani. First of all is that we have to put an apron whenever we are in the kitchen, and if it is already nicely tied the hair, so that open hair usually it's risky. So that what to do to tie up our hair neat and tidy, and wash our hands with soap after washing them out. Then first what we do is we take a little bit of turmeric, and this is the chicken, almost 1 kilo. I put turmeric in this. Mixed it like this. Why we put turmeric in this is because when we wash it with turmeric, the chicken gets nicely clean. And usually in our south we usually wash all the non-veg in turmeric. First wash will be in turmeric, then it is ordinary 2-3 washes we do. So this is the first wash. So it will bit of turmeric, and then in 2-3 washes we do it. We take out 2-3 washes. Like this, we nicely wash it nicely and take out the first water. So if there any blood or any, this is without skin, so it's easier, and if you want it with skin, it is your choice. But usually when you make biryani, I make it without skin. So what I did, the first I took out in turmeric water. I put turmeric, 5 minutes I just soaked it, just mixed it around, and then I washed it with turmeric. And then like this I wash it around 3-4 times, so that the chicken comes out clean. Most important is cleaning of the chicken. So like this 3-4 times you wash in water. It's clean. You can see how clean it is. We took out if any blood stains, anything is there, and this is without skin, so that we have cleaned it very well. I washed it around 3-4 times. And then now what we do is we go to the side section where I'll be doing a little bit of marination. That is little bit of haldi again, little bit of mirchi powder, little bit of salt. We marinated around 1 hour, 2 hours, 3-4 hours. Put it in the fridge, and after taking out, it looks something like this. It's marinated well, soaked in all its juices. So then what we do, we take this to the other counter. This is the washing area, and then we take it to the gas counter. And here what we do is, now just I take this aside. Now the The next process is for boiling the water and adding rice. So I will show you which rice I take. This is the basmati rice, which we call. This is for biryani especially. So this is the rice. So this is nice long rice, which they call basmati rice. We get it in different names. We get Kohinoor, we get India Gate, we get so many different names. So it depends on your choice. But this is a very good basmati rice. So what I did, how much I wanted, it's up to you. How many members in your family? Like usually I put around 2 glasses of this rice, and then this is I put it for a little bit, clean it up so that it will be easier for me. So I'll just go through it, because it was not much of any stones or any husk or anything. So it's almost clean. The rice is almost clean. This is long grain rice. So when biryani, after making biryani, you can see separate the rice. The rice gets double in size and it's separate. So this is the rice, and so immediately you have to close this, because there's self aroma in this. So we don't want to spoil the aroma of the rice. So just keep it aside. And what we do, after you clean this rice, we will wash it again, this rice, for another 2-3 times. We will wash it. We'll wash it 2-3 times so that any preservative of this will be washed out. Just 2-3 times. No need to smash and roughly, just very hardly. No need to wash the rice. Gentle, with a gentle wash, you can wash it. You can wash it 2-3 times so that all the any chemicals or any preservative, whatever they have added, will be cleaned. This is very important. Rice should be washed at least 3-4 times. With fresh water from the tap or any type of distillery water of your choice. But fresh water is always good. Drinking water is always good. So like this, we wash it around 2-3 times. One more time I will get it clean, so that and then what I do, I will soak this rice for around 5 to 7 minutes in ordinary cool water, so that it will soak, the texture of the rice will be better. So I'll soak this rice for some more time. Then meantime, what I'll do, to boil this rice, I'll require a bigger vessel. So for that, I will take a bigger vessel and I'll add in this drinking water. Why drinking water? Because in this I'll be, in boiling water, I'll be adding the raw rice. So I'll be adding drinking water, little more drinking water, not as required to the rice. More than required to the rice, because I'll be draining the water. And the rice is almost half done. I'll be draining out the water. But that water I'll not be wasting it. That water I'll store it. I'll show you later how, in what use I'll use that water, so that you'll get a better understanding of not to waste the boiled rice water. So this I'll be going towards the gas. Then I'll be putting on high gas this water. Don't immediately put it on high gas. What you want to add, I'll be adding some masalas, some fresh masalas. I never add grounded masalas to this. Fresh masala is always good, and the taste is also very good. So I will add very little bit of masala to this. Like suppose if this is a little harder, so what I usually do, I make it into 2 parts. And I use this. This is cinnamon. This is cinnamon sticks. Just 1-2 of it. Then I'll use a little bit of this star anise. Little bit of 1-2 of star anise. Then I will use a little bit of cardamom, just a little bit, 2-3 of it, so that the flavor, when you put the rice in that, the flavor all will get mixed and it gives a very good aroma and taste also. So I put around in this 4 cardamoms, plus I will be using a little bit of lavang. This is called lavang. This a little bit lavang, just 3-4 of it, and then I will be adding shahajira. This is also very good spice. This is called shahajira. This is just like jeera, but this is a other quality of jeera, shahajira, which usually they use for biryanis and other authentic good dishes, non-veg dishes also. So I'll be using very little of it. Okay, and then so these are all the ingredients which I've added in this, and then little bit of oil or little ghee, whatever you want to add, just feel so that rice doesn't get sticky. So with this, and little bit of salt in the water. Salt is necessary in the water because you're going to add rice. So this is salt, and get this to a boil. You have to get this whole ingredients to a boil. Now the water is boiling, only water and all the masalas added to it. Now I'll be adding this rice which I soaked for around 10 minutes. So I'll be adding in this. This boiling water I'll add all this rice. You have to add all the rice so that when it is boiling, you have to check the rice. If it is more than half done, then you can drain out the water, but don't waste the water. You can drain it out in a vessel. I'll show you. So that water you can use it while cooking your chicken. So that will give more taste. No need to waste the rice water. So this is the water, the rice which I put in this water. And now I see that I'll be stirring in between so that it evenly cooks. Everything I'll be stirring so that it evenly gets cooked. Rice is getting cooked. I've got with me few children so that they can learn how I'm making the biryani. At the same time, we enjoy while making food. So we have cool drink, which is Pepsi. We've got it nice chilled in the fridge, and we're going to have this in between. So you two can enjoy in between. Break, 2-minute break, what they call 2-minute break. So they're having a 2-minute break as the rice is boiling. So if you want to have tea, you can have tea, or you want to have anything, you can have in between. But we prefer having cool drink because it's nice, cool, chilly, and we all like this very much. This is a favorite drink, and we keep having whenever we cook in between. We like to enjoy having in between like this. So this I'm going to give it for one of my girls, and the other girl who's taking out the video for her also, and for me also. So we'll have this. So you to have a break in between. You can see how the rice is boiling. The rice is boiling. It is getting almost cooked. You have to keep checking. Don't just. Your 2-minute break should not overcook the rice. So in between you have to check. It should be more than half done, so that it will be easy when you cook your biryani. So another 3-4 minutes it will take. Till then we will have our break drink. Now I'm going to drain out the hot rice water. You should be very careful when you drain it out. Usually they drain it out in a vessel where it has got holes so that the rice will not fall down, only the water. But I drain it in this way, which is easier for you. You can do it. So I drain out the whole water like this, so so that till no water is there, so till no rice is wasted. Like I drain out whole of the water. This is all. This rice water we should never throw it. This rice water is very good. Usually, if you don't want to use this water while cooking, some people add little more salt, or they first check the taste, and then when it is little bit warm, they will drink it. It's very good for health. Rice water, drinking rice water is very good for health. So they have like this also every day. Like they cook rice, simple rice also with little extra water, and the extra water after cooking the rice like little bit. So they drain it out like this and use that water for drinking. So it's very cooling for the body and it's very good for health. So this is the rice after draining. This is the rice after draining the water. This is how it looks, and this is the water. So we just cover it and keep, and this also we'll keep it aside. Now we go back to the gas section. Now I'll start cooking the chicken in a vessel. So for this, first I put this in which vessel, in which flat bottom vessel, or you want a little longer one. It's your choice, but I wanted it this way. So in what you're going to make the biryani final product, you have to keep it on. You have to start like this. So what I do, I get this heated. I heat this nicely, this vessel, till all any water is there will get absorbed and it will become dry. Then I'll add oil to it, and in between I took 3 onions. It's up to you how many number of onions you want. It's up to you. I took 3 onions and few green chilies. Usually they split the chili into 2. But what I do, I just did a small slit in between the green chilies. So I put the whole chili as it is, just a little slit, because if you don't slit it, when you fry it in the oil, it might burst. So that is, we have to be very careful in that. So what I did, I slitted this chilies, and this onions also, I cut them in thin slices. These onions also, I cut them in thin slices. You can cut it on a chopping board. You can also cut it like this on a chopping board. This is my chopping board. You can cut it like this, thin slices also. It's up to you, but I'm used to do it cutting on with my hair like this. This is method. So like it is, there's no water in there. So before you put oil, you should see that this area is full dry, and then you put oil in this, how much you want as required to your rice and all. So I put around 3 tablespoons. It's up to you, but 3 tablespoons is more than enough for 2 glass rice. And this is in thin layers I'm cutting. I'm used to cut in this way, but if you're not used to, please don't try this. So you can try it on a chopping board. So all this, I just took 3 medium-sized onions. So I am getting it thinly sliced, so that as you mix in the oil, it separates. So you don't worry whether it's separating or not separating. So you just do your work of just slicing it into thin pieces. See that it's a little thin, so that in biryani, when you fry everything in the oil, it looks nice. The onions looks nice thin. After frying, it reduces its size. It looks more nice. Long slices are always good. Some people cut it round, but long is always good. It's easy. While serving also, it's nice. It looks nice. So what usually I do is I cut it in this long slices. In most of my non-veg I do like this. So now the oil is heated. Don't put too much in your hand. You can understand when the oil is heated. So what I did first is I put this onions and green chilies into this. The whole thing. The whole thing into this. And it will be a nice till it becomes golden brownish color. Not too brown, but golden brownish color. Because if you make it too much brown or too much like deep fried, the taste is like burning smell type comes. So darker than golden color. So that's why I said golden brownish color. So as this is also fried, so what I did, I also have some paste which I always keep it ready in my fridge. Ginger garlic paste, which has got ginger garlic with mint leaves, with curry leaves, with coriander leaves. All together I nicely mix it and grind it, and little bit of turmeric I added to it and store it. So it can be stored for quite a long time, 10-15 days, even for 20 days. There's no problem for any vegetable or any non-veg, for anything biryani you can use this paste. See, this is the paste. The after product after grinding it, I put little turmeric and kept it to store, mixed it and kept it in the store. So this will not spoil. This is like a preservative. Turmeric is like a preservative. So what I did, I took around 2 tablespoons of this paste, and along with this, you can see the color. Along with this, I am getting it nicely fried. This is very important. It's getting fried. Don't go too near it. Just if you want see the good aroma, so don't bend too much near it. You can get the aroma quite distance also, because it's nicely fried. Along with this, I am going to add the same spices which I added in the water, but a little bit more. Like it's like for cinnamon stick. Like cinnamon stick, I'll add 1-2 of it, little more. Usually some of the cinnamon sticks are straight, some of them are curled. So what I do, simple, just I smash it little bit at the stone, like few cinnamon sticks. No need of much of spices, just little for the taste of the whole biryani to come out. Then little bit of cardamom, like cardamom. Just no need to take out the whole cardamom seeds from inside. Just in the starting, you can just put it a little pinch, you get it open. That's more than enough to get all the flavor out of it. So I put around 3-4 of it. Okay, then I put a little bit of shajira, which I already put with other type of jeera, which is a jeera only, but it is called shajira. It has got a very good smell. So I put a little bit of that in this, and then I put a little bit of, they call it lavang. I put that around 4-5. Okay. Then you can put peppercorns. If you don't have peppercorns, if you don't like peppercorns, because while eating sometimes it's hard, like, so I have pepper powder, so I put in pepper powder also in that. So these are all the ingredients, basic ingredients in this. Okay, this is how it is. See, it's almost little brownish in color. It is not very dark brown. It's not burnt also. It is nice, because what happens if it's too much burnt also, the smell of the whole biryani will spoil. So this is a way, not too much dark brown also. Give it another 2 more minutes and it's done. After that, I'll be adding this marinated chicken. This marinated chicken I'll be adding in this, so that it will give a good flavor. Along with this, if you want to add some bay leaf also, you can add bay leaf. You can add bay leaf. Usually I don't keep everything open, like I put it in a packet so that that smell is retained in it. So I just put a little bit, just 1-2 of bay leaf, that gives a flavor to your biryani. Bay leaves gives flavor to your biryani. So again I pack it up and put it in an airtight steel container, or you can put it in any container. So I wash this and get just come goldenish brown. I put 2 bay leaves also in that. Now I added this chicken, whole marinated chicken. Just give it a little stir for this. so that all that masalas get into this. Yes. Okay. So usually what I do when it is a little bit stirring, then again I put a little bit of red chili powder, little bit of haldi, just top of it, and little bit of salt more so that everything will get mixed up nicely. Add a little more chili powder. So see the color, how wonderful the color is. So just a little bit on medium gas I put. Just a little bit like this. Just giving it a stir. Just like this, a little bit stir. And just 2 minutes, just cover it and just let it cook for just 2 minutes. So that why? Because now I'm not adding the water now. Because without water, if in that oil only, the pieces will get little nicer. It will soak in the masalas or spices. So I just 2 minutes I'll allow it to get all the ingredients mixed up, all the spices, aroma to get mixed up. So after 2 minutes, all the spices. The chicken piece also looks nice. It's not cooked. It's not yet cooked. It's just the starting. So then this water, the rice water which I took out after draining, this I'll be adding it to this. How much you want for the chicken to cook, that much water only you use. Okay. This remaining water you can drink it or keep it in the fridge. Next day you can use it for any other non-veg or anything. 1-2 days you have to complete it. So this is how it is, and then now you cover it till the chicken is cooked, till the water becomes half of it, and you can also check it when the chicken is cooked. Now you can see that the chicken is cooked. Chicken is cooked, and see for around 10-15 minutes it's nicely cooked, and there's little bit of gravy in this. This much gravy should be there because I'll be adding rice along with. In this I'll be adding little rice, and then it will simmer for another 5-10 minutes. So that, and that is done. In slow I'll be simmering it. So now this cooked rice I'll be adding in this. I'll just be spreading over it this whole cooked rice, more than half cooked rice. This is called basmati rice. It's nice flavor. So just a little bit. I'll put the gas on slow. The whole rice evenly, just spread it. It's very easy to make biryani. See, like I just evenly spreaded it. No need, there's no mixing now. There should not be any mixing in this. So what I did is I just evenly spreaded it, and then I took a little bit of coriander leaves and cut it into small sizes and just sprinkle on it. Just a little bit sprinkling on it. Just sprinkle of this. So I will give a good flavor. I didn't add extra any on top, any other fried onions, nothing. But most of the in biryani, those who make, they add separate fried onions on top. I didn't do that. In the beginning only I fried all the onions. Then what I did, I took a little bit of the color, a small box of color. This is the food color for biryani usually they use. You can get it even in turmeric color, orange color, green color, but I used this one. A little bit of this color. Little bit of water I added in this so that the color will mix up very good. Just a little bit, so you can see this color. You have to mix it like this. The color also will hang, finger also will get this. So don't worry about it, you go off and you wash. So just try like this little bit, the sides, you know. It gives, when you mix the biryani, that fuses, that mixes with the rice, you know, that gives a good color, and the look of the biryani is also very good. So this color I used. When you wash it, it will drop. This color will drop. So I use this color. Just, and this I simmered it. It's on slow. The gas is on slow, and then I'll keep it for another 7 to 8 minutes maximum, so that I didn't cover it with an extra thing, nothing, just a simple lid where it's covered. There's no any outlet for the ingredients, that's the aroma to come out. So it is just like this, and then it will be for 7-8 minutes. Then in between, don't remove the lid and see in between, because then all that aroma goes off. So just another 7-8 minutes, keep it like this and slow, and then after 7-8 minutes you can off the gas and keep the whole thing on the table. Okay, so let this process finish. Overall outcome of this biryani, chicken biryani, see how wonderful it is looking, and thank God for giving us this opportunity to make it. Also, it's very easy to make. So you can see all the colors around. Now you can see I'm just mixing it from the sides, never from the middle, just the sides. How much you want, that much only you can mix it. See all the spices, everything. See, now it's taking it out. See, it's nicely mixed. I'm keeping back this bay leaf so that it gives a flavor when you cover it. See how nice it is. Only how much you want, that much only you mix it. You should not mix the whole thing. This is how it is. And then I'll be mixing. If you don't want to have it with curd, it's fine. Immediately after you serve it, immediately cover it so that the aroma is not lost. So then, usually if you want to have it with curd, you can have, others you can have it plain also. I'll be putting the curd side, so you can have this with curd. So this is how chicken biryani, of my way of making chicken biryani. I hope you all like it.